Today's magic tutorial has to do with candy. I call it Magic Twix. The object of today's tutorial is to teach you how to make any candy magically appear. So how does it work? Well, you're going to basically remove candy out of the wrapper, put in a piece of foam relatively the same size as the piece of candy, and then seal it all back up so that you can roll up the packaging really small and then have it spring back open and look like it has candy in it. You need a few tools and ingredients. And this is what you need. Your top secret ingredient is sponge or foam rubber. This is commonly found in couch cushions, mattresses, foam fingers that you wave around in stadiums, seat cushions. You can find this stuff anywhere. You can buy it online, but it's going to be more expensive because you got to pay shipping and all that jazz. So best thing to do, find an old couch cushion and cut the foam out of it. Simple as that. So you need foam. Next thing you need are some cutting tools. You need a really nice sharp laser knife. Be careful with that. You need a pair of sharp scissors. And then you need bonding strips or tape. Clear packing tape works well. And I love hot glue. You need a hot glue gun. If you don't have a hot glue gun, super glue will work as well. Just some kind of glue that will glue the packaging of any candy wrapper. Okay? And last but not least, don't forget to purchase your favorite candy. And that's all you need to make an appearing candy item. Now for the fine details and how you're going to do that, you're going to take your candy, you're going to fold, like most candy packaging is made with a flap on the back. You're going to fold that flap all the way back. You're going to take your razor blade or scissors and carefully cut down behind that flap all the way down that seam. Once you've cut that, you'll remove the candy carefully without ripping or tearing the rest of the packaging. And once you've taken the candy out, don't eat it yet. I know you want to. Set it aside for later. We'll celebrate once we're done making our candy. Use that as a model. Use your candy as a model for making a foam replica. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. Boo, I'm back. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just a rough rectangle is all I cut for this piece right here. I actually had to thin it down a little bit, and it's kind of lumpy on one side. But once you put it in the packaging, nobody can tell. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't, with a Hershey bar, don't worry about carving the little rectangles in the big rectangle. Just make a rough big rectangle. Put it in the package, and then you're going to seal it back up. Now I showed you there was this flap. Oh, there you are. There's this flap. You're going to fold that back over and glue it using a bead of hot glue or super glue. Glue that, let it dry, and if it works right, it should be able to be compressed and spring back open really fast. Now if it doesn't spring open fast enough, the reason for that could be because there's not enough airflow in the ends. Notice I said just put a bead down along the edge. Don't worry about the ends. You want a little opening on each end where that foam can suck in air rapidly to make it reappear. If you don't have enough airflow, that's where the tape comes in handy. You're going to take the packing tape, put a small piece on the back, then use your scissors to cut a slit, and that will create a vent for your airflow so that your candy will spring open rapidly. Otherwise, you're going to create a vacuum effect in there, and it's just going to flop around and not look very good. So That's it in a nutshell. Pick out your favorite candy, carefully extract the candy, put in a replica piece of foam about the same size as the candy, seal up the wrapper, and you have appearing candy. Now, for the part you all been waiting for, eat your candy and enjoy it. We've been talking about this as an appearing candy. Making candy appear out of nowhere. I mean, that would be an amazing effect for a Halloween kids show. You show an empty bag and then you reach in and you pull out 30, 40, 50 full-size candy bars. Wow, mind-blowing, right? Well, yes, but what if for just a moment we think outside of that appearing box and we think of a prediction. What if we took this candy and we made one of each candy bar imaginable? We did 12 to 15 different candy bars, and we did one of each, and we rolled them up very carefully and put them inside of a box no bigger than the palm of your hand. And then you take that box, seal it up, and put it in a spectator's hand at the beginning of a magic show. And then you say, think of any candy. Or you show them a list of 15 different candy bars and you say, pick any candy from the list. It doesn't matter what candy. Just name one. And they name their favorite candy, whatever. And then you bring the box up, open it up, reach in, and the box is only big enough for one candy bar. You pull out their favorite candy. There's no way for the box to hold one of each kind, so it is a miracle. You predicted their favorite candy. I hope that made sense. But now that you know how to make appearing candy, I hope you have a lot of fun with this. Until next time, my name's Tim Pressley. See you around.